Here on Wall Street, stocks pulled back from record levels to start this week. The Dow snapped its six-day win streak as shares of General Electric weighed on investor sentiment and saw their biggest decline in 6 years. We'll have more on that story in a moment. But first, the closing numbers. The Dow did hit an intraday high today in record territory, but finally fell 54 points at the close to 23,273. The Nasdaq was down by 42 points. The S&P fell by 10. The prospects of tax reform has long been a big driver for this stock market, but one tax proposal that got a lot of a buzz over the weekend was changing popular 401k retirement plans. That's likely not going to happen, but the president this morning tweeted there will be no change to your 401k. This has always been a great and popular middle-class tax break that works, and it stays. There had been reports that Republicans in Congress were weighing a proposal that would significantly reduce the income that workers could save in these accounts as a way to offset lost revenue with tax reform. And all that talk about retirement just highlighted one major problem right now. Most Americans don't have enough saved for their later years. Bob Pisani has the grim details for us tonight.
The dust up over 401ks is a good opportunity to remind everyone how bad the state of the average person's retirement plan is, and cutting 401ks will only make it worse. The good news, the total value of investment in 401ks and other defined contribution plans are at a new high thanks to the stock market rally. The bad news is the numbers are still terrible. Americans don't save enough for their retirement with or without 401ks. According to Vanguard, 94 million Americans are covered by defined contribution accounts like 401ks. Assets are in excess of $7 trillion. Oh, sounds like a lot of money. Well, it is. But when you really drill down, there's not a lot in the accounts. The median account for 35 to 40-year-olds has only 23,000 in, and 65 and over, they only have 60,000. Let's assume at 65 you're going to live another 20 years. 60,000 isn't much to live on, spread out over 20 years. We need personal savings because the contributions from Social Security and pensions are modest. It's about $13,000 a year for Social Security right now, a little more than $10,000 per year from private pensions, but only a third of Americans collect pensions. So private savings are critical for helping people through retirement. But most people don't even contribute the maximum amount to their 401ks, likely because they either can't afford to or they'd rather spend the money. There's been other proposals floated to help investors save money. A universal savings account where investors contribute after-tax money, but the gain on the accounts are tax-free, has been successfully implemented in Canada and the UK. Investors can take out money at any time without paying taxes or penalties. One thing's for sure, if we don't find some way to get people to save more, a lot of people are going to work into their 80s, or they're going to outlive their money. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Bob Pisani at the New York Stock Exchange.